And we're back to another happy hour. My name is George, and every single week I'm bringing you, whether it's the best real estate agents, business owners, entrepreneurs, out-of-the-box thinkers, and today we're really lucky. This is somebody I've known for a long time. I got to do a lot of real estate with her, so I thought, who better than Nadia Archambault to join me today? A little background on Nadia. She works for Douglas Elliman in South Florida in the Jupiter area. She also has the ability, she sells real estate in Rhode Island. She's a fitness enthusiastic is probably an understatement. She loves working out, has a great family. She also is a drug dealer, but wait, a legal drug dealer. She also has a background in pharmacy. Is there anything I left out? Is there anything else that people should know about you, Nadia?
I mean, the list goes on and on, George.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm an animal lover, cat lady.
Huge one. I definitely shouldn't have left that out, but yes, definitely a dog lover, cat lover, everything. So
yeah,
let's not waste any time. People came here to put you on the hot seat, so let's see what questions we can ask you today. First one, what's it like selling real estate not only in South Florida, but in Rhode Island? What's that look like? What's it like?
Yeah, two completely different markets. South Florida is just fast, fun. There's always some new development happening. People are coming and going, investors, snowbirds. Rhode Island's a lot slower. People die in their homes. A lot of people don't move very quickly unless you're getting like beach vacation property. So it's like two totally different markets. Like the average in Florida, I think, is like 3 to 5 years that people stay in their homes. Rhode Island is just like forever. So
yeah, talk
very
about diverse, different group. Well, yeah, I'm curious. So you said a lot of Rhode Island people, they don't move till they die, or they're in their houses 20, 30 years. But do a lot of them buy vacation homes in South Florida? Do you have a lot of clients that do that?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, definitely down here. And it's since the pandemic, it just grew. It blew up down here even more so. So there's a lot of people wanting to escape winter, or work now with more remote workers. They can be down here working. It's a no income tax state where tax is taken out. That makes a huge difference for people who are retired also.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, let's change gears a little bit. Now that we're in 2024, for those watching, this hopefully releases sometime in January 2024. So I think this is fitting. What is one thing you want to change about yourself in the next year?
I want to be able to say no more. I sign up for a lot of things, and sometimes even if a referral might be better than just taking on a listing, or in life in general, just being able to say no more and be comfortable with it, and just for my own well-being, sanity, and for everybody,
So, be a little more selfish, which we probably all need to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, why do you think you have trouble saying no to situations or to people?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I'm a people pleaser. I like everybody to be happy. I want to help everybody. So sometimes I'm burning the candle at both ends, and you're doing that person a disservice if you're trying to help someone, but then you don't really have one. You're not putting 100% into it. So sometimes multitasking isn't always the best thing.
Yeah, I know Gary Keller wrote that book years ago, The One Thing, because he actually says in that multitasking is impossible. It's typically what we put our focus in. So that's interesting. So here's one for you. What is the most critical trait someone needs to possess in your role? And let's take it on, real estate agent, multiple states, and, your background in pharmacy. What do you think someone needs to, what's that trait they need to possess to be like you, to be successful in it?
Honesty. You have to be honest with them about what the house should sell for. If they want a big number, you're doing everybody a disservice. Honest. You have to be honest with them about how their house looks. Do they need to change some things inside? Staging, just, everyone thinks their home is the best, which is fine, because you have your own personal touch to it, but you have to kind of create a neutral palette for a buyer to come in to just visualize it the way they want to see it, decluttering, things like that, and just be honest with them about numbers, market, why their house is not selling. All of that is so important.
Absolutely. And, for agents that are watching this, they probably all are saying right now, yeah, sure, honestly, and tell them the truth. But how difficult is that when you're talking to somebody and let's say a house is worth $1 million and they want 1.3, or they have their collection of dolls that scares the hell out of the public, but you got to get those down. What's that conversation kind of sound like?
Yeah, and I think we've actually seen some people with the doll collection in our day, right?
Absolutely.
I think that at the end of the day, someone will appreciate you being honest with them about why their house isn't selling. Look, this is what the house needs to look like. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. And if they want a number that's just going to be too high, I'll tell them like, well, I don't want to waste your time. Let me know if it doesn't sell at that number. We'll circle back and I can help you, So I think that's just, it's stuff they don't want to hear. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of times people actually appreciate that.
Absolutely. And you make a good point. For those that don't appreciate it, whether it's regarding to pricing or they're not going to be flexible to sell on the market, it's better off just to say, hey, I wish you the best. If things change or if you want a different approach, give me a call.
Yeah. And I know we've been turned down during listing appointments, and then they call us back like 4 months later, 6 months later, and their house didn't sell. That's happened to both of us before, I know, working together.
Absolutely. And it makes that relationship work a lot better. Because it's like, hey, that's the person you broke it with before. I'm new. And they start seeing the light of saying, oh, you know what? You were trying to help me versus, me being maybe a little stubborn. I wanted a certain thing and I should have listened to you first and I would have saved time.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So let's have a little fun. I'm really curious on your answers on this one. You get to invite 3 people, dead or alive, to happy hour. First of all, who are they and where are you taking them to?
Okay. Dolly Parton. I mean, who doesn't love Dolly? I love her. I think all these people are actually alive. Cody Rigsby, because I've always wanted to meet him too, and he's my favorite Peloton instructor. As you know, I'm obsessed with Peloton. I love him. I love his energy. He's awesome. And Dr. Ruth, she's a very famous sex therapist. She's had a crazy life, and she'd be an awesome person. That would be an interesting group, I think. I would take them to probably somewhere in Jupiter. Blackbird's a fun spot in Jupiter, and we just have a lot of fun there.
And then share a little bit. What do you think that conversation's consisting of? What's one of the topics or discussion points? Dr.
Ruth, I'd love to pick her brain about just so many things with sex therapy. That's actually something I do too, to add to my list. Women's health and all that, sexual health.
Oh, wow.
I just read Cody's book, and his life is so, he comes from a very interesting background also. And I just love his energy, and he'd just be a fun person to add to the mix with jokes and everything. And Dolly Parton, I'd love to pick her brain about spilling the tea on some of these celebrity encounters she's had. And I would love to hear some of her stories.
The stories she must have in all her years of entertainment. You probably would be there for days at happy hour talking about all that.
Exactly.
At a minimum. So that's great. That is a very unique 3 people right there.
And I think they don't get along.
Exactly. So here's something I'm curious, because like I said, I've known you so well for so long, and you're a very, I'd say, unique person in the way that just your life runs. I don't think many people could do it and stay as positive as you do with everything you don't say no to anything. Who was the most influential person in your life, and how did that impact you?
My Aunt Lisa, she actually is what brought me down here to Florida. She is a doctor. She's a physician, and she actually got me interested in the medical field. And I always looked up to her growing up, where she put herself through school and always has a positive attitude. And she's one of those people. She'll do more than me in a day, And she's just an extraordinary person, and she's had so much influence in my life. And she's done so many things by herself with no help, and I think that's really, truly amazing.
And then didn't she adopt a young man? Now he's doing terrific too. Oh yeah,
and he's been the best gift to our family. And I got to see him grow up down here in Florida. Doing that with my aunt is so special, and what she did is incredible. On her own, adopting, and he's the best kid. So I call him a kid. He's a man now.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's incredible. So I can see why you looked up to her, and the impact that kind of, you guys are pretty similar. I got to know her. The only thing I would not do with her, I would not have her have directions ever. And we all know that.
No, I'm pretty bad myself. But do not have her give her directions.
Not the best directions, but no. Great woman. That is terrific. I didn't even know some of that she had done so much on her own as a single single woman into them becoming a single mother. And most people can't do that nowadays if they have the child. Unfortunately, they struggle.
I know.
A lot with her. That's terrific.
I know. And she speaks fluent Portuguese and Spanish. I mean, it's unbelievable. So that got me into Spanish.
Seems like it goes on and on for her. That's incredible.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I can see why you look up to her and have such, special and strong bond with her. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So let's have a little fun. Okay. Favorite cocktail, because I know you like to drink. Where do you get it down there? Or Rhode Island, whichever, or give me two.
Aside from I love wine. So down here, Jupiter, I was saying Blackbird, they have a great lychee martini. That's my favorite. And then up north in Rhode Island, there's this really cool new place called Surf Shack. They actually made like surfboard tables in there. It's got a coastal vibe. It's in Narragansett. They do an awesome old fashioned, which is really hard to get up there, especially unless you're in like Tennessee, Kentucky. Those are like great states to get it in. And they put a spin on it for every season. Like in the fall, it was like a pumpkin kind of flavory type of cocktail with the old fashioned. During Christmas time, they presented it in like an ornament.
Oh, wow.
I think I sent you a video of that. It was really cool. So
yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, and so
it's pretty good.
A fun spin on it. Yeah.
Because in the in cold weather cities, they have to do whatever they can to get people to come out when it's 10 degrees in the afternoon. We're in South Florida. I mean, you're going to freeze up. Was it 65? January.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So
yeah,
let's get past all this. This is a new thing we've been doing lately. We're going to do rapid fire. First thing that comes to your mind, your favorite answer, and let's go. 5-mile run or a Peloton session?
5-mile run outside. It's got to be outside. On treadmill, if there's the choice, it'd be Peloton then.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Taylor Swift or the New England Patriots?
Oh, you're killing me, George. Taylor Swift.
All right. Are you a text or a call person?
Text. Yeah.
Last show you binge watched?
Oh, Fool Me Once. It was really good.
Yeah, that actually was good.
That was really good. Yeah.
And then I think this is going to be the toughest one for you. Life without Lily Pulitzer or no cats?
I would choose life without Lily Pulitzer. I could not live without my cats. They're good.
I understand. But those are great. So we wrapped through everything. Love the fact you made some time for us today. This was fun.
Yeah.
Even though, like I said, I've known you for such a long time, there was stuff today I learned that I never knew before. So thank you for that. I mean, what we're going to do, all your contact information will be somewhere on the screen, here or there, I hope. Mm-hmm. And the big thing is, if you have any real estate needs, South Florida, maybe you're watching this in Rhode Island or New England, you need some help up there, Nadia can definitely help you there. Mm-hmm. And who knows, maybe you're thinking about pharmacy or women's sex health, whatever it is.
Hey, I do it all.
Probably something Nadia can help you with. So thanks again, everybody out there. Thank you so much, Nadia, and all the best to you.
Thank you.